For more information, check out my blog, Dhukai.com. Follow me. Hey guys, happy February 15th, where Valentine's Day chocolates are 50% off and thus being the best day of my life. A lot of you guys have been requesting this big curly hair that I wore in my 90s makeup tutorial, so let's just get straight into the video. So I'm just going to be starting off with freshly washed damp hair, and I'm just going to comb through it so that there are no knots or tangles. I just like to use these two different comb brushes. I always get confused as to what to call it, a comb or a brush. Comment below. But I'm just going to get rid of all of the tangles, and then I'm going to apply some of this protein cream from Caviar, and this is going to go from mid-shaft to ends. I'm not going to apply this to my roots because the roots don't really need it. I've been using a lot of heat on my hair lately, and I feel like this has really been helping with the health of my hair and just maintaining the health of my hair. So I get that through, and then I use my brush to make sure all the strands are evenly coated. So now I'm just removing all of the moisture from my hair. You never want to curl or put any heat on your hair when it's wet or even damp, because that's really damaging to the hair. So I'm just taking my Miso Kiko Hana Air blow dryer and drying all of my hair roughly. Whenever you're blow drying your hair roughly, you want to make sure that you always keep the blow dryer moving so that there's not a blast of heat on one spot. That's going to prevent heat damage and keep your hair healthy. Once all of the moisture is out, I'm just going to brush through my hair again, make sure there are no knots and tangles, because you never want to put heat on a tangle because it just makes it really hard and damage the hair, and it's just not good for your hair. So now I'm just going to section off my hair, because whenever I'm heat styling my hair, I need to work in sections. You guys can do it how you feel comfortable. I always like to start with a bottom section first, and the curling iron that I'm going to be using is this one by Sutra, I believe, and it's a little different. It's an oval shaped curling iron. Most of the curling irons you see are round, and they create a more uniform curl, where a oval shaped curling iron like the one that I'm using is going to give you a less uniform curl. It's going to make it look a lot more natural. A lot of natural curls are kind of kinky. They're not a perfect curl. Sometimes they lose a little bit of a curl through the strand, so that's why I really love this curling iron. So I'm just starting off at the very back of the section, and I'm actually taking different sized sections. So the first one I took was about 1 inch thick, and I curled it under, and then the second one that I took was like ½ an inch, and I curled it going upwards, and then the next one was a little bit thicker, and I curled it going downwards. So I'm curling it in all different directions, and this is really important because it's going to make the hair look really naturally curly. It's not going to give you a uniform curl and give you a nice wave when you brush it out. It's going to look like you grew curly hair that's natural right out of your head. And I'm so jealous of all of you girls who have curly hair. I absolutely love curly hair. I think it's so beautiful. I wish I had curly hair, but I guess we always want what we don't have, right? So like I said, I'm just taking different size sections and curling in all different directions. So you can go under, the next section you can go upwards, and then one you can do away from your face, and then one you can go towards your face. Just make sure every single section is different and uneven. Now the only other thing that I'm doing is when I get to the section that's closest to my face, I always curl this one under. Because of the oval shape of the curling iron, it's going to give it a little bit of lift at the roots, and you always want to have lift at the roots and by your face because it's going to give you a little bit more volume, and it's not going to look flat and stuck to your head, especially because we're curling the hair. So that's the only other thing that I really had to tell you guys, but pretty much I'm not going to repeat myself 100 times because I have a really bad habit of doing that, and I'm going to stop myself right now. My hair takes forever to curl. I always look so bored whenever I'm doing my hair. Like, look at my face right now. It's so funny. And I'm just repeating the exact same thing on the other side. Take different size sections and curl in all different directions. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing that I love most about this hairstyle, is that the curls don't have to be perfect and it's still gonna look awesome. I really love hair that just looks natural. Like, I mean, obviously it took a lot of time to do because I don't have naturally curly hair, but it looks like it's been effortless and bedhead. I love it. So I'm just gonna let down the next section. I'm gonna leave about a 2-inch section at the very top of my head. That's the only section that I'm gonna be curling differently and doing a little differently. But these 2 sections that I just let down, I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing that I did on the bottom section. And of course, I'm gonna have my Kanye resting bee face on because that's how I do. Now that we're at the very top section, I'm gonna take horizontal sections this time. And again, the sections will be different sizes, but all of these are gonna go curl towards the back of my head. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the curling iron is oval shaped. What I'm doing is I'm keeping the highest point of the oval shape at the very root of the hair, so it gives it a really nice lift and a really nice bump. So for this section, it is really important to curl all of the hair away from your face towards the back of your head, because in this section, if you curl towards your face or you curl towards the side or whatever, when you're ready to kind of mold your hair in the shape that you want it to be, it's going to be really hard because it's going to be flat and stuck to the head, and you always want to have lift at the very top section of your hair. I really hope that makes sense. I kind of suck at explaining things. I need to get better at this, but I really hope that makes sense, and I really hope you can see what I'm talking about. So once you're done curling the entire head, you can leave the curls as is, but I personally don't like leaving them like that because I feel like they're all kind of clumped together. I personally like really separated, textured looking curls, so I'm going to show you how I do that next. I'm just going to flip my head over and I'm going to grab some of my Big Sexy Hair spray clay. Now what this is just a texturizing spray. It adds a little bit of texture and like hold to the hair. So it really makes it look messy, and I'm just going to shake out the curls, run my fingers through the hair, and as you can see, it's getting nice and fluffy and big and separating all those curls and making it look really natural, like I grew this curly hair out of my head. So just shaking it all out. I love this texturizing spray. I feel like if you have curly hair or if you want a little bit of texture to your hair, this is like the perfect one. It doesn't make it look greasy or anything like that. So once you shake it out, you're just gonna mold your hair however you want it, part it however you want it, and you're done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a great big thumbs up if you did. Comment below for more hair tutorials. Subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!